Yes, it was never their intention to leave the Dendro Dragon.
Is there a way to make them revert to their elemental form? Years of torment is what turned them into their current state. It seems only the Fire Seed or Epep's Heart of Oasis can save them. But it'll be risky if we use the Fire Seed again.
Correct. We cannot use the Fire Seed again.
Everyone goes home.
This is becoming quite the dilemma.
Let me think for a second. It's fine. Let's use the power of the Fire Seed. I can't bear leaving them in the desert like this. Don't worry, the decision is on me. I'll take responsibility for whatever happens. It won't require much elemental power. I'm just worried that it'll become unstable. But as long as I use my elemental power to stabilize it a little, it shouldn't be a problem.
Thank you. Sorry. Stubborn.
Thank you, Lord of Dendro.
Returning home is the most important thing to you. I've come to understand that during our travels. I'm not doing this just to protect you, but also because I hope to use you and your experience and try speaking to Epep again. After all, that giant Dendro Dragon is also your family.
I will stand with you, Lord of Dendro. I will never forget your kindness.
Thank you. Alright, here it goes.
Family. We will all be able to go home soon.
Whoa. It's shining now.
Endless amounts of knowledge and emotions are moving inside of me. They're all very excited. To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short period of time.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, finally, we can go home.
This is the last part. Let's go.
Staring into my eyes is ill-advised. I can't promise you'll like what you see.
Let's go.
everlasting as the moon!
Shadow Raven, Black Knight fall!
Overruled!
By royal This cave is huge. Could this be where the Dendro Dragon lives? Yeah. Who knows what's inside that cave?
Our goal is not only to find the dragon, but to also enter the world inside of it. That will be impossible if we can't get it to cooperate with us.
But how are we gonna do that? It doesn't seem to want to help at all.
I'll see what I can do. Pep, I know we don't see eye to eye, and that we have a very different understanding of the world and its orders. However, we are both born of elemental power, and both suffered the torment of forbidden knowledge. We are not that different. And right now, we share a common enemy. We should not let our differences get in the way.
Wonder if the Dendro Dragon's even willing to listen.
I don't care about what you believe in, who you hate, or what you've done in the name of hatred. Nor do I expect you to be grateful. I'm here to save both you and your people. My people. They've been searching for a way to save you ever since they left their homeland. They yearn for a chance to return home. And now that everything is over, all the hatred that you harbor has lost its meaning. Rather than continuing to fight, you should consider the life you've produced.
No response.
Your eagerness to survive means that you haven't given up on that world yet. If you claim to know so much more than I, then why don't you truly think about why you want to survive? And why you're so vengeful? Please keep everyone safe, and send us to the homeland!
Nahida, where are we? Huh? And what about the Traveler?
I was only able to ensure that we made it here safely. It's possible we arrived at...
Well, then let's go have a look up ahead.
Yep, let's go. I wouldn't worry too much. The
Paimon knows that. It's just that Paimon isn't used to not having the Traveler around. Let's hurry. He might be just up ahead.
Naida.
What's that?
That should be the heart of Oasis. All we need to do is light it with the fire seed, and the damage it suffered internally will also slowly begin to heal.
Then let's hurry and light it! We still need to find the Traveler!
Alright, hang on.
Wait! The fire seed! What?
It shattered! It was even more unstable than I expected.
But why? We barely used it!
I'm not sure. Perhaps the fire seed was only capable of protecting one person, but if I didn't use its power on everyone, there's no way of knowing where you could have been sucked into. And even if that's the case, there's no reason for it to—
Unless what?
Unless I was already in a weakened state when I created this fire seed, which would be when we had first saved the desert.
Oh no. Wait, let's put that aside for a moment. If the fire seed has shattered, wouldn't that mean we came all this way? Oh. Do you know what we should do now, Nahida?
Don't worry, Paimon. This is my responsibility. Although my elemental power is slightly different than that of elemental life forms, I gained a better understanding of it when I turned into a fungus. So, all I have to do is imitate that power, while adding some of my own. And I'll be able to do what the fire seed was supposed to.
You're gonna become the fire seed?
Yes. It'll take a lot of power from me, but it still won't be anything compared to when I was in the desert. I might, however, become even smaller.
What happens if you keep getting smaller?
I'll become a blade of grass or a twig. Basically, I'll return to how I was first born. I will be able to unleash power beyond my limits if I can reverse the process of growth.
But you'll lose everything. You'll not only lose your appearance, but you'll lose your emotions,
That's all right. None of that matters compared to the dangers that a pep is facing right now.
No, wait! There has to be another way. Besides,
Maybe you and the Traveler can plant me in the soil of Sumeru once it is all over. I can still communicate with the world through the forest. It's just that you won't be able to see me for some time.
You can't be serious. If the Traveler were here, he definitely wouldn't let you go through it. If we knew this was how you were going to take responsibility, then we never would have agreed in the—
I'm sorry, Paimon, but we're out of options. Not all eagles who have fallen to the ground can soar in the sky once again. But if no risks are taken, then the eagle will be grounded forever.
No,
Ist das traurig.
please, no, Nahida!
Sie tut es jetzt ernsthaft.
The fire seed shattered, and she's—
I know. A sacrifice must be made, but not by the Lord of Dendro. We've all grown on this long journey. If the purpose of that growth was to return home, then our wishes have come true. Would you lend us your power?
You knew it would come to this. All the knowledge, language, and emotions that you have learned will be reverted into pure elemental energy. In your new homeland, nothing of who you were will remain. You won't be remembered by anyone. Is that truly the return you've always dreamed of?
Lord of Dendro, don't be sad. This is not your home. We go home. Lord of Dendro should also go home.
Hear us, please. Feel our heartfelt desires. Awaken!
To imagine such growth could be achieved in such a short period of time.
It's because you're carrying everyone's hopes and dreams.
Yes, we can go home.
verse. By royal decree.
Let's dance. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi. Hi. Go. Yeah.
Overruled.
Thank you for protecting me with elemental power. Goodbye. We may never meet again. I will wait for her no matter how long it takes. This is the agreement we made.
Transfixed. By royal
Oder haben wir die niedergemetzelt? Shido hat so alles versucht. Oh mein Gott. Der Shido hat alles so reingehauen. Oh mein Gott. Oh shit.
Odds reveal thy
I
side.
learned a wonderful word.
Mieser.
It's no, which means right. It will be your name.
Schau, du kannst jetzt was sein.
Good. Sounds like you like it.
Oh mein Gott.
witness my crimes.
Yeah. Hi. Hi. Yeah. Hi.
Midnight Phantasmagoria.
No rest for the...
Come on. We can do it.
Odds reveal.
Let the show begin.
Tja, wieder schauen und reingehauen, Bruder.
Can you hear Paimon? Say something! You fungi said that your form didn't matter, right? Then let us know that you're alright.
Their knowledge, memories, and emotions have been reverted to elemental power and released. The guardians that have accompanied me for countless eras have also transformed into my elemental power. They will be born once again now that they're one. There's nothing to be sad about.
That's different! They won't ever be the same.
Paimon, we will never understand it, and it will never understand us. But as long as you can be healthy again, then nothing else matters to me, Apep. Samara will be free from threat as long as your health is maintained.
I thought that my rage would be kindled once my power returned to me. However, what I feel now is a feeling that has long eluded me.
The forbidden knowledge influenced you ever since you were contaminated, greatly amplifying your hatred and rage.
Yes, there's no denying that. Although my hatred for that usurper from beyond the heavens still stirs deep within me. Be that as it may, my position still stands, and I will have nothing to do with you. When you inevitably perish due to your ever-expanding curiosity, I will still sneer and mock you in my heart.
Yeesh, who can put up with you?
I respect your decision, and with time, I will prove to you that we will not repeat our mistakes. Before you begin resting, there is one last thing I would like to know. How did you become affected by forbidden knowledge?
It's a long story. We all once believed in the distant past that only forbidden knowledge could give us enough power to defeat the heavenly principles. The Dragon King acquired the power of darkness from outside of this world, and led us in a fight against the order established by the outsiders.
Dragon King?
An unimaginable war took place into that, causing destruction on an unprecedented scale. In war, the victor would inherit the right to shape the world. But I didn't give up on searching for a way to turn the tides, even after the death of the Dragon King. As I attempted to collect more forbidden knowledge from the corners of the world, as it was on the verge of collapse, I was stopped by the giant spike that fell from the sky. Sand dunes arose where there was only forest. And it was as if even Sumeru itself was trying to tell me.
But you still didn't give up, did you? Because of Amun Al-Ahmar.
Yes. Al-Ahmar eventually obtained this power with the help of Nabu Malikata. His ambitions continued to grow, and he planned to establish a powerful kingdom in my domain. Although I didn't think much of him, I allowed his actions. The condition was that after his death, at that time, I still harbored deep regrets. By the time the Dragon King finally returned, some of the dragons have grown close to your kind, and have forgotten all about our hatred from when the world was taken from us. And some died, leaving behind nothing but their bones. But for me, the scales and will of the Dragon King still shine bright in my heart.
I will follow them until the end of my time.
You really are insane.
When Al-Ahmar's proud kingdom collapsed, I swallowed him whole as I agreed and absorbed his elemental power. However, what I gained was no benefit. No. I used up all my strength just trying to keep the pain under control. I had no energy to analyze the knowledge he had accumulated. But even then, I still believed that his insanity was far greater than that of my own.
So that's how the apocalypse started.
I admit that I fell for his trap. I was like a final failsafe in his plan. Tiny Booer, and the rest of you, continue forward. I shall keep a watchful eye. How far will a life so dear and precious to the heavenly principles be able to go?
Krass.
Hey, looks like we've been sent back out.
Still, the dragon will need to rest for a very long time before it is fully healthy again. It's not as ruthless as it was before. Curing the dragon of its illness has seemingly made it more open to reason.
Nobody's in a good mood when they're feeling sick. Even though we accomplished something really important, Paimon still doesn't feel happy for some reason.
Indeed. Although they'll still have the chance to be born again, they've lost their memories of their journey, and each opportunity for growth is unique in its own way. Perhaps the immense power we released was the pouring out of all these irreplaceable emotions that had built up over time.
Can you really call a place with no family your home?
Family. Right! The hydrofungus left behind its family. Those two fungi might be waiting for it to return.
Oh yeah! Let's hurry and go take a look! How are we going to explain all the complicated things that happen? I'll be as tall as my big sister. They're still here! Have they really been waiting here all this time? We're back.
I'm sorry. I really am. But it's gone home. Don't be sad. It did it to protect you. It said that Newer is its most important family member. That's your name, isn't it? Wow. This is wonderful. So it has left traces of itself after all. They will definitely meet again. Someday.
Krass, wir haben den Auftrag abgeschlossen. Wir haben einfach alle außer Chlorint und Sijuin. Oh mein Gott. Wir haben einfach fast 5000 Primo-Gems. What the hell? Der, wir sind einfach auf 30 Puls. 39 Puls haben wir bis jetzt. Die 40 kommen wahrscheinlich heute reingeflogen. Dann anschließenderweise fehlen uns nur noch 40, dann sind wir bei 80 Puls. Let's go. Richtig viel gespart schon mal, ne? Ding. Aber wir werden noch einiges rausholen. Naja, ich würde glaube ich auch den Stream jetzt an der Stelle beenden. Ist schon relativ spät und ich bin auch jetzt langsam echt durch. Spuren der Kunst. Was muss man da machen? Ah ja. Naja. Ich glaube, ich höre jetzt aber auch an der Stelle auf. Ich tue den Auftrag nur in Subaru noch anklicken, damit wir den für morgen ready haben. Wir sind ja sogar in der Nähe davon. Den mache ich aber jetzt heute nicht mehr fertig. Na gut, Leute. Ich gehe jetzt an der Stelle schlafen. Ich hoffe, euch hat es mir gefallen. Gerne noch ein Follower da lassen für die Leute auf YouTube. Genießt auch euer Wochenende. Haut rein, schlaft gut und bis zum nächsten Livestream dann, Leute. Gute Nacht.